Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new episode. Our next stop, we may have sold some parts for the car. I'm talking about like a bumper and side doors and stuff. Let's go check them out and see if we can get them today. It's a beautiful weather, might as well just go do it. Alright people, the car drove pretty much good, really good. Like the gear shift's just fine, temperature wise is good, everything is fine. Except for the steering is just, I think it's in desperate need of alignment because it's just cockeyed. We made it to the record. Let's go check the car out. I don't know if I can show it to you, but you can clearly see, like I can see it, but I'm gonna keep it as a surprise for you. Let's just get inside and talk numbers and see how much that's gonna cost me. All right, I'll catch you up. Check it out. Well, first of all, I do apologize with the wind and everything in the trucks. It's a regular place, so it is expected. Oh my God, look at the body lines. Look at the body lines. Barely there's a ding. I mean, there's a small ding I can see here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, there's just a small ding. And there's a small dent on the fender, but it's far much better than mine. Heck, look at the wheels. Even the wheels are far much better. And there's a side skirt. We didn't agree on that. I might actually convince him to chuck this one with the price and all. Let's see from the inside. Whoa, it's actually pretty clean. I mean, considering it is pretty clean. Heck, even the door trims are cleaner than mine. Wow, not bad, not bad. But the best part, check this out. Check this badass front bumper. I got it with the fog lights and the wiring and pretty much everything. The whole shebang. The whole shebang. I might need these in, I don't know. Like, I don't have a problem with my doors, my left side. But if the price is right, I might actually get the fur. I don't know. Left and right. Why not, right? Catch you up later, okay? Alright guys, quick update. As you can clearly tell, I've changed the trunk lid. And the trunk is full with some stuff. And if you look here, that's the front bumper bar. At the back seat, what do we got? We've got the two doors. Oh, you have no idea the trouble I had to go through in order to shove them in. Front hood, I replaced it. Man, it does look clean. Does look clean. On another note, let's just take a quick look and see the parts car, what's left of it. So, this is the parts car. As you can clearly tell, I took the hood, the front bumper, the headlights, front fenders, both sides. I even took the rims. And if we come over here, you can clearly tell that I took the doors. Inside, I took the center console, door trims, pretty much the whole shebang. Oh my God, just look at that. So, here are the parts that I got from the wrecker, or from the car after I dismantled it. You can clearly see I've got the molding, I've got the center console, I've got the inside door trim, the grille, fender lining for both of the front, got the front fenders, I've got the front bumper with the fog light and pretty much everything. Heck, even it came with the plate. This is the old plate. This car died for Wiki. Died, I tell you. And even the side skirts as well, pretty much everything. Now, as you can clearly tell, it's super, super dirty. Look, I don't know if you can see. You can see the cobwebs? Yeah. I mean, check this fog light. Jesus. Look, look. All this, there you go. That's another spot over here. I don't know if you can see it. All this needs massive cleaning. So the first thing that we need to do, we need to dust it all up. Once we're done dusting it off, then we're gonna use the pressure washer. This is what I bought. Remember we told you we need more tools? This is what I end up getting. 1450 psi, that's not bad. And it's actually too tiny. I like the pressure washer. 5.3 kilos, so it's not that big. I only got it like for $45. Not bad. Really not bad. All right. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna set you guys on time lapse whilst we're doing the cleanup so that you can see before and the after. Just have a quick look at what exactly that we're dealing with, and you're gonna see it afterwards. All right. As you can see behind me, this is all the parts that we got from the donor car that died for the cause. Yep, and it's quite a lot. It's practically almost a car. You've got two doors, trims, sky turrets, headlights, pretty much the whole shebang. Everything is there to replace into the car that we got. As you read in the description of the video, in today's episode, we are going to replace the airbags and actually change the clock spring in the car, because what happened is I had the airbag light on, the cruise control didn't work, and some other miscellaneous stuff inside the car were not working. And upon further and closer inspection, I've noticed that the airbag itself was actually not properly installed. So since I've got the parts, I thought I might as well just get the whole steering wheel and pretty much everything with that, and we replaced that. Okay people, now since we bought the parts, pretty much everything that we may need for the car, it's I guess it's due time to start prepping and fixing some parts. Now the first thing that I need to tackle is, if you look at the steering wheel, you can clearly tell that it's cockeyed. You know why? Because look at the steering, look at the wheels. The wheels, they're straight as straight gets, but over here it's a complete different story. One other thing I've noticed, the airbag sign or the airbag light is actually lit. Now I've googled it, I've checked on YouTube, and one of the main common reasons that the airbag light shows up is probably the clock spring. The clock spring might actually be damaged or not properly installed. This is the clock spring. So this piece basically goes in between the steering shaft and the steering wheel. Now, how does it work, or why is it important? Basically, it's just a spring. It's just a wire, and that rotates as the steering wheel rotates. The aim behind this one is basically it's connected between the car, the battery, and the airbag. So in case of an accident or something, the airbag deploys, okay? Now, what we're going to do, we're going to remove the steering wheel. Well, first of all, remove the airbag, remove the steering wheel, then we can access the clock spring and see if whomever the previous owner properly installed it or not, or if it's really need for a replacement. Now, one other thing I've noticed, the horn does not work, and I haven't checked the cruise control, but the cruise control, I would assume it may not work as well. Those are all signs of one of two things: either the clock spring not properly installed or in need for replacement. Now, before I start, it's always worth mentioning, and please, 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 always disconnect the battery, because this is an airbag, and if it got deploys or something, you're not gonna have a good day. So, in order to remove the airbag and the steering wheel, you'll see to the sides there should be two screws that you need to remove. Now, I've tied it just a bit just so that I'll loosen up and just make it easy for me. What you need is one of those hex bits in order to open it up. So two screws to each side, one over here and the other over here. And once that is done, you can pop up the airbag. Now let's have a look. This is how the airbag looks like. You'll see this. You need to push this green one all the way that way. So push that way. At the same time, simultaneously, you need to push on this yellow one down. So down and that way you can just open it up. Trust me, you cannot do it with one hand. You would need two hands to do that. Now that you removed it, all what you need to do, just place the airbag in a place that even if, God forbid, something happened, it wouldn't impact you. Now, this is how the steering wheel from the inside looks like. We can disconnect this one. I don't think I'll be able to do it in one hand, but worth giving it a shot. Just bear with me a sec, one sec. See, these wires, they belong to ClockSpring. Now, I don't know how clear you can see that. Let me just try and show. You see this arrow? It's pointing out with another arrow. Now, both of them, they need to be lined up like this. I don't know if it's clear enough. This is how the ClockSpring should be properly installed. Now, if I'm gonna put it like this, my steering wheel will be tilted. So it's not properly done, which means what we need to do, we need to remove this bolt in order to remove the steering wheel. As we remove the steering wheel, then we can adjust everything, okay? Now, how to remove the steering wheel? Get yourself one of those and bam, 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 and you just can open it up. Now, my advice to you, once you open this one up, don't loosen the whole bolt altogether, because remember, the steering wheel is properly installed inside. So just loose it enough without getting it out. Then just hammer the wheel as much as you can in order to loosen it up. Then you can feel it popped up. There you go. As it pops up, all what you need to do is just remove this nut and keep it aside. That way you can remove the steering wheel. Ta-da! Now, just look at what I found. Do you see what I'm talking about? ClockSpring should be not like this. This is literally split in half. Let me show you the one that I have that I need to install instead. There it is. So this is the ClockSpring, and basically it needs to be installed over there. Now you can clearly tell this one is damaged because half is in the steering wheel and the other half is over there. So what we need to do, there should be 3 screws at the bottom over here. I don't know if you can see them. 1, there's 2, this is 3. Once you open those up, you can remove this plastic thing. Then you can remove the upper one as well. Once you do that, then you can remove the ClockSpring. You can see, I don't know if you can see it properly. Let me just use a screw, you see, this screw. And there is another one over there, another one over there. Once you do that, you should be able to remove the ClockSpring out of here and replace it with a new one. So let's get that done. All right, news update. We removed the plastic cover over here, and I ended up also removing the inside part as well. It's been held only by 2 screws at the bottom, one near the trunk latch, and the other one is right over there. So once you remove them, you should be able to. The reason why I'm doing that, because it looks like in order for me to remove this, I kind of need to remove it with the wire and pretty much everything. And the wire goes all the way back. Now, if you look closely, let me just use a screw just to show you. So this is the wire. It's the yellow one, okay? So you kind of need to fish it out. There it is as well. And it goes all the way back. There should be over here, one of those is actually that. Now, if I'm going to look at the one that I have, just so that I can compare, these are the 2 wires that I need to remove. And they're all the way at the bottom. So let's just fish them out and get. What happened is I ended up moving this metal thingy that basically was blocking the view. Now, a couple of zip ties, you'll see one over here. Let me just grab the screw. One over here at the very top, and there's another one, it should be over here. And then you've got this reusable, I don't know if the view is proper, this, I do apologize, this is a tie spot, reusable zip tie kind of thingy. You just need to remove it, and once you remove it, there you go. This is the ClockSpring wire. Now it's a 2 wires, This is for the airbag, and I do believe the other one is for the cruise control. Luckily, I've got the whole shebang over here, so all what I need to do is just unblock those and fish it out through these holes and just get it out. Once I do that, then I can easily replace it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to remove the screws 1, 2, 3, and that basically opens up this one for me. Fish it out and replace it with the new one. Okay, let's go with that. All right, after tons of wiggling and finagling, managed to get it out, because you see how the spot is just so small. It's only this one, and you gotta have to get basically those two connections out of it. Man, it's annoying. So you see, this is the damaged clock spring. You see this piece, basically it rotates, and the other part, or the lead if you must, it's actually stuck on the steering wheel. This is the replacement one. I'm just gonna do exactly the opposite of what I've done when I got them out, just to put them in, and everything should be all right. Let's see how that goes. And there you have it, folks. We got the steering wheel back on with the new airbag and new pretty much everything. Every little thing is placed back as it should be, including the screws to the side. There you go, you can see them, everything, and you can clearly tell that the airbag is tight. Stuck there tight. What we need to do now is just basically hook up the battery back again and see what will happen. So let's have a quick look. All right, let's just go with this one first. There you go, and this one. Now I need to tighten them up, but for now I just want to see what will happen and what we got. Yep, we've got power, we've got the door lock is open, that's good. Let's just put the steering wheel just a bit down so that we can see what we got. All right, see. Oh, I guess it needs proper tightening. Let's go get that sorted. Sorry about that, I had to tighten up the battery. Now if you look at it, do you see airbag lights? Nope, we fixed it up. The steering wheel is so tight and so good. Nice. Well, this is the first issue that we've got it resolved. Okay. Everything should be working fine. Yep. Nice, nice, nice. Easy. That's the first repair that we've got to the car. Let's move on to the next one. So guys, now that we replaced the airbag and the clock spring inside the car, I can confirm that the horn works, no airbag light, and even the door open sign is basically active. You can easily say that we fixed all the problems that appeared on the dashboard or the screen itself, so we've got that sorted out. Behind the camera, I've replaced the front hood because I was removing all the parts basically from the donor car, and I needed basically to get it out as soon as possible. Now I didn't have a space, so I figured might as well just use the extra pair of hands with the wrecker. I replaced that, and I also replaced the trunk. Now you can see the trunk has already holes for the spoiler. Now I'm not sure if that fits exactly with the spoiler that I already got, but fear not, I've got a solution for those holes. We'll get to that later. Next project, we're looking into the trunk itself. As you can clearly tell, I've emptied all the sub and the amp that I already got. Basically they're not connected, so next phase will be probably cleaning the trunk, removing everything out. As you can see, I've got some tissues over there because there was some remnants of oil or whatever. Plus I've got this wiring issue that I kind of need to sort out. Plus there's a weird wire coming out. I honestly do not know what this wire goes to. This, I would assume, red and blue. Most likely it's going to be the sub wires that goes to the battery, the red one, and the blue one, I think this is the one that actually get connected to the speakers and the amp and pretty much everything. I've already bought the wooden thingy that goes over here because it already was on the wrecked car, and and I've got a new liner, I've got even a new trims for the back, so I've got everything sorted out. That leaves us with basically phase 2 of the repair. Now let's just talk about that inside. So here's how it is. In order for me to fix the car from the outside, I kind of need to make sure that from the inside everything is good, everything is working just fine, okay? Because that allows me to drive, go, and back, and so on and so forth. I already spoke about the back seat that we kind of need to sort it out. Well, I put a hold on that because now I can open the trunk and close it normally, so I don't need to worry about that, at least for now. That being said, I still need to get it sorted out because I need to ensure that the wire that goes all the way from the battery all the way to the trunk to be tucked away inside the carpet, or inside what do you call it, the inside carpet, okay? Once that is done, I also got the side mirrors. They don't work. They're auto, but for some weird reason they don't work. Either ways, the passenger side mirror is actually broken, so I kind of need to replace it, and I've already got it, if you can see, with a door. Now, while I'm at it, I've also got the replacement one for this one, so I already got it out. I didn't end up buying those 2 doors because whatever that I've got, they're actually good. I've got a couple things over here, but they can easily be fixed and repaired with some mudding, and that should sort it out, so I'm not too fussed about that. That leaves us towards the end, folks. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. I mean, why not? What do you got to lose? Man, support me, support your boys, support everyone. Yeah, sure, why not? Until next time, and if you haven't, by the way, oh yeah, by the way, if you haven't subscribed and followed me on Instagram, please do. I'll leave the link in the description, so go ahead, just follow that, okay? Until I'll see you next time. Yalla.